Crossing her thin arms over her chest, she arched a brow. Who do you think he's golfing with today? No clue. I assumed his tea time was an excuse to get some time alone, especially since it was well past dark and he hadn't returned to our vacation rental house yet. One of his biggest clients has a second home here, so your father thought our little trip was a perfect opportunity to socialize with him in a more relaxed setting. I finally understood why they'd wanted to spend our vacation in a town I'd never heard of before. This trip wasn't really a family vacation. It was an excuse for my dad to schmooze some rich guy he wanted to impress. Same old story, just in a different town. I see. As though he had an internal radar that let him know we were talking about him. My dad finally came walking through the front door. My mom called, "We're in the dining room, darling." A few minutes later, he strode toward us with a smile on his face that made me wonder if he'd found someone to keep him entertained after his golf outing, and that was why he was just now getting back. Pressing a fist against my mouth, I puffed out my cheeks at the bitter tang in my mouth. "How was your shopping expedition?" he asked, bending down to brush a kiss against her cheek. "It was good." Her lips curved into a satisfied smile. I was surprised there were actually some decent stores. "I never doubted for a second that you'd be able to find the best spots for shopping." He rounded the table, pulled out a chair, and sat down. "Did you clear them all out?" My mom shrugged. "I bought a few things." A few things? I barely held back my snort. We'd been so loaded down with bags that my arms still hurt from carrying most of them. "I'm glad you managed to keep busy. Sorry I was later than expected." "Have you eaten dinner?" My mom gestured toward the containers where we'd packed up the leftovers. "I could make you a plate since I overordered as usual." I heaved a deep sigh over how they both pretended they were a normal couple who actually cared about each other. Unfortunately, that drew my dad's attention to me. "Did you enjoy shopping with your mother?"